Okay, everybody, it's Ann. I'm back. I want to show you the other one that I use sometimes, and it's called uh, IMIKIMI.com, and it's free online, and it's really easy to use. But this again is going to be a print and cut project. It has thousands of photo props or frames to use. Let me just go back here and put in a wedding, and it's pulling what I just used. Let's see. I must still have something else. Let me clear, go back here. These are like the wedding frames, and there's, I don't know, 50 pages of wedding frames. I'm not going to go through all of them, but what this does, and it's all categories, just type in what you want to search for. Oh, I see, I misspelled wedding. Oh boy, long day. But I'll just go to, like, I looked on page one, go to page two, and see if I can find something that I can put my grandchildren in, but you'll imagine it as if it is the bride. So I'll use my granddaughter's face. So this is the one I like. So I click on it, and then I click on add my photos, and I'll click here to the photo, and I'm going to find this picture of my granddaughter. And let's see, I need to make the image, I guess this is big. I was trying to make it, zoom in with it. I guess I zoomed in too much. So I can at least see her face here, and just making it bigger. And of course, I'm trying to put a full body into this face, but you decide kind of what you're going to, I guess that fits there. Bring it down, make her face bigger maybe. Okay, so say that was what you want to use. Once you position the face in these different frames, you just click on save, saving it, and then you get to choose whether you want high quality, JPG, or max. And you always want to go with high quality, because depending on what you select, you then, once you save it, you will then make it a print and cut, meaning that you'll probably end up doing a trace and detach, but you're getting some backgrounds or a frame or some props with it. Now, I don't remember having to pay anything to join this, but it will print, you, if you can see here, with IMIKIMI on it. But once I joined, it did not have IMIKIMI on it. But I've been a member a long time, so that might be it. I'm going to go back to home and put Christmas, Valentine. See what frames pop up that I might be able to use for Valentine, and may look a little more realistic, I guess. So I'll pick this one. That's my frame, and this lets you know where the photo is going to be. So I'll just say add my photos. Now it's adding the frame there. I'm just going to click on that little photo icon, and I'll come back and add her in. And she's in there, but you know, you have all of these little squares, these little things where you can rotate her around, rotate your picture, make it bigger, and then it's saved. And that's her picture that you see right here. So I can go back and edit some stuff if I wanted to or whatever, but when you get ready to high quality JPEG, and it can be JPEG, PNG, or whatever. So I will save it. Get rid of that and name it what I want to name it. Alma was someone who uploaded it. So Valentine, so I can remember it. And I'm going to go back to this Luna pic just to be able to see it in a bigger um, screen for you. Not that I'm going to edit anything, but Valentine, I think is what it was called. Yes. And this is just so you can see it. And that's how it comes out and looks like she's really in that frame. The only thing is you get this little watermark going on here. I think unless you join it. But for me, I have Paint Shop Pro, and so I just use my clone brush and I just clone that right out of there. But isn't this a nice little tool that gives you these frames? And when I tell you there's thousands and thousands of them. So for IMIKIMI.com, there it is there, that word, .com. Let's see, they have a help over here so you can learn more about it. You can play around with it, you know, to figure it out, but always go with high quality. It just means that, well, you're going to have higher quality, but the file would be bigger in size than with maximum quality. Max is bigger than high. So I always go with the high quality JPEG. So I just wanted to show you this little tool to kind of, you know, get you going, get you brainstorming, you know, with what you want to do with it. It, of course, it is square over here. And probably not the best example, but I would, let's see if it lets me copy this. Well, let's see if it will paste over here in Silhouette. Yes, it did. Okay. So, and again, we have these roses and everything going around, but I would then try to do a trace and detach with this, because I would not necessarily want, and I'm just kind of squeeze it in to get to here, some of that in there. And that's good because you see I have my yellow around my frame outline or whatever. So I'll say go ahead and trace and detach this. Okay. And of course, you know, you'll pick better pictures, and then, you know, with the background you have to really be careful with it. And I didn't really spend a lot of time trying to get a good trace in here. So this is basically transparent to go on the back of the shirt. For this part here, I would come over to the drawing tool, grab this rectangle, wrap it around here. I'm going to fill it with some color just to help with my eyes. And then I'm going to increase the transparency so I can kind of see what's going on with my granddaughter's face. And I'm going to tilt this around a little. Come on, thing. Grab the picture instead. Because what I'm trying to do is select both of these. I need to go. Now, I'll bet I get this now. I knew I would. Okay, so I have this, and I need to just turn it a little bit more because I'm going to crop out all of this other stuff that's here. So now I'm going to select both of these and click on the modify panel and crop. Oh, I know what I did. Oh, goodness. Now I need to go back. After I use a color to look through it, my mistake was to not go back to the color and make it no color. I don't know what I have now. Let me see. Go back here is solid, no color. So just remember that. But your eyes are probably better than mine, and you don't need to do that anyway. Go through the transparency. But you see I cropped it. So I got rid of that this part over here in the IMIKIMI and all of it. And I could do a print and cut of this and put it on her shirt, and the color of the shirt is what would show through on the back of this. Probably a little bit more than I wanted, because I would have spent more time trying to get that frame, or I would have picked a better image. But this was just to show you, get your wheels kind of turning a little bit, that you have other tools, that you don't just have to Google and try to find backgrounds for something. You can be creative. I'm going to go back to IMIKIMI. You can actually send your, well, I don't know if you want to send your customer there. I almost said send your customer and have them pick out which one, but you probably want to keep this as your own little secret tool or something with it. But that's what this IMIKIMI does, and it's free. And let's see what's the upgrade on it, because I used to have a subscription. Like, and I probably will resubscribe. For $27 for a year, it would be worth it to me to not have to worry about, see, change and hide your Kimi logo. It would be no logo. So for me, 27 bucks would be worth it for me to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one now. Close that one out and go back to our group, and I'm going to end this one.